nuclear bomb detonated in the sky above the small town. The man looked at the still intact barrier and despaired. They had been trapped for a week already. If a nuclear bomb couldn't even leave a scratch on it, then they would surely starve to death here. Now the townspeople completely lost control, rushing into supermarkets to frantically grab food, even attacking one another. To regain order, the police immediately threw tear gas. But this did nothing to restrain the hungry residents. Watching the town's chaos, the policewoman recalled how it all began. That day, a transparent barrier descended from the sky. A poor cow was instantly sliced in half. A man nearby stood frozen in shock. He slowly approached this miracle, discovering nearby houses hadn't been spared either. At that moment, the man gradually extended his hand toward the air. A handprint remained suspended in empty space, just as the man wondered if this was God's handiwork. Airplane debris plummeted straight toward his little brother. The man quickly tackled him to the ground. But before they could catch their breath, a fire truck was racing toward them. The man immediately rushed to the middle of the road, waving his arms frantically. Fortunately, the fire truck slammed on its brakes at the last moment. Firefighters jumped down, ready to scold him. But despite the man's desperate explanations, the transparent wall seemed to block even sound. Police hurried to the scene after receiving word. To prevent more casualties, they immediately broadcast warnings throughout the town. Yet some refused to heed the warnings. This mother turned off the radio, determined to drive her daughter out of town for medical care. Suddenly, a semi-truck ahead was inexplicably crushed flat. Luckily, the mother stopped in time, or they too would have been pancaked. Just as the mother felt relief, her daughter collapsed in convulsions. The town's clinic simply couldn't handle a disaster of this magnitude. Faced with a growing number of injured, their medical supplies would eventually run out. Worse still, the town consisted mostly of wooden structures. If a fire broke out, the entire town would be consumed. And now the fire trucks were trapped outside the barrier. Townspeople could only fight fires with water from swimming pools, but this barely made a difference. Fortunately, an excavator managed to demolish a house, finally stopping the fire from spreading. Though people's unity was inspiring, the thick smoke from the fire couldn't dissipate. Now even smoke couldn't escape the town. How would people cope with dwindling resources? Would the last survivors ever escape the town?